Four friends are faced with no money for spring break.
All I know is I'm not going to sit here another day.
How are we going to get enough money in time?
So they commit a daring robbery and head to the beach.
Bikinis and big booties, yo, that's what life is about.
But their parting in friendship with a rapper gets them in hot water. In Spring Breakers.
Hi, I'm Liz.
I'm Salim.
And I'm Sean, and we're here to talk about Spring Breakers, the new film from Harmony Korine, which might depict the longest spring break ever. We've all just seen it. Who's gonna take me on vacation first?
Me. I want to say one of the best filmmakers of all time, Jean-Luc Godard, said that all you need to make a film is a girl and a gun. And this film has 4 girls and like thousands of guns, and it is a great movie.
I enjoyed the movie. I'm actually a Harmony Korine fan. I've seen a couple of his movies, Kids, Gummo. And the thing about Korine is his movies are not for everyone. He has a very odd visual style that really shines a light on some pretty detestable characters.
Yeah, I needed a break after seeing this movie. I haven't seen another Korine film other than this one, so I'm just coming at it fresh. But I just felt this film kind of just assaulted you with its aesthetic. It just hammers you over the head.
You can change who you are, yo.
The first half of the movie is like a music video with Skrillex, this huge bombastic soundtrack that really attacks your senses. But once we meet Alien, James Franco's character, it really becomes a story.
It's an intentional assault on the senses. It's redundant, it repeats itself constantly, but it's compelling, it's exciting, and I wanted to watch the entire story unfold because something about the graphic nature of the film, the ridiculous concept that we're dealing with is intriguing, it's interesting.
And the writing, it's barely there. I mean, I just kind of left the movie wondering what the point of the proceedings were.
It felt stilted at times because a lot of the female characters, 2 of them or 3 of them in particular, we never are able to really get into what makes them tick, why are they doing what they're doing, except for one of them, Faith, who is this church-going girl who wants to get her friends away from spring break as soon as possible.
The problem is, first off, her name is Faith. It's like if you didn't know what she's supposed to represent, there you go. But the other thing is, she's the only antagonistic presence really to anything other than when you get into the really external conflict with James Franco and this other rapper toward the end.
This is not a realistic film.
Well, first off, there are a lot of people down there in Florida partying that hard, so that part of it is
they
realistic.
don't all look like that, and they don't all participate in horrific, dramatic crimes.
I'm there every spring, and they completely look like that. The Selena Gomez character, I'm sorry, they get rid of her 30 minutes into the movie, and she is the only really dissenting voice to the group, and I'm thinking, why not leave her there to actually make make some kind of interesting conflict rather than getting rid of her, shipping her off?
There are a lot of instances in the movie with some interesting song choices that they sing. I was like, why is this in this film right now? But I was okay with it because Harmony Korine had an idea and he wanted to put it in there. Either it works or it doesn't. I was okay with him taking that chance and putting it in there.
It had a point of view, it had a perspective, it was unusual, it was weird, it was exciting. I loved that about this movie.
I thought when James Franco belted out Britney Spears.
That was the best part of the whole movie.
That was about the moment I thought the movie had completely flown off.
No, that's my favorite scene of the entire year is the Britney Spears dancing with guns interpretive dance.
Yeah, here in early March, your favorite scene of the movie.
It's really good.
Let's talk about the acting a little bit. We have Vanessa Hudgens, Selena Gomez, Rachel Korine, and Ashley Benson, as well, of course, as James Franco. And I thought James Franco and Selena Gomez stole the show. They were amazing.
You know, of the 4 girls, I thought Selena Gomez really proved herself to be a pretty good actress in this movie. As for the other 3 girls, I just didn't feel that the script gave them a lot of distinction. I felt like they were kind of just an amalgamation of young women, and there were no individual personalities.
Even Franco calls that out himself. He looks at the girls and he treats them like they're all one unit. They're not supposed to be individuals.
Well, but is that a good thing?
And James Franco was great. I was expecting not to like him in this. I didn't think he was going to do a good wannabe gangster, but he knocked it out the park. It
was weird how good he was.
Yeah, I was very surprised.
The only thing I got really annoyed with the voiceover track where he kept going,
Spring break.
Come on, y'all. Why acting suspicious? Get in.
Where are we going?
Go wherever you all want.
Cotty.
You got the right idea. Come on. I'll be your chauffeur. Y'all can play Beyonce.
Let's talk about Harmony Korine. I enjoy his aesthetic. He's got some really great visuals. However, because of the bombastic nature and how visceral and how adrenaline-filled it is, it might not be for everyone.
I certainly look at it and I go, yeah, he's doing something interesting and something I haven't necessarily seen before. It just kind of got obvious after a while, I felt.
But that's the whole film. I mean, the film is very simplistic in terms of its structure. We had the same scenes of topless women over and over and over.
Those were
every 10 minutes. I think this was the most breasts I've ever seen in a movie, which is not bad, but again, it's this assault on the senses.
We have a thin film, but that doesn't mean it's not exciting and interesting and innovative. It just doesn't plunge the depths of the themes that it's exploring. I just let go when I watch this movie. I just let go, and there's no real reason, there's no real motivation. It's just an experience, and it might not hit you well, and it might make you excited.
You know, I'm all for people trying things and being experimental and having an unusual aesthetic that's against the mainstream. But guess what? If it's an experiment, not all experiments are successful.
It didn't work for you.
This one wasn't as successful.
It's evident that this film sparks conversation, and it's unusual, and I really want to reward the unusual. I say see it.
Korine lovers are very much going to appreciate this movie, but it's not necessary viewing in the theaters. I say catch it at home on a nice-sized TV. Stream it.
Although Spring Breakers tries to be interesting, it falls flat. I say your time is better spent going to the beach. Skip it.
Looks like our votes add up to 1.5 tickets, which is a stream it for Spring Breakers.
All right.
Spring break. I've seen some Korean movies.
That's different.
But that is different, isn't it? Yeah.